weeks of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, this defense for the Saints, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of the game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying, make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Burrow looking to pass. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage, because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Mixon with a first down carry. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better back. To come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. David Onyemata, excellent effort, and he earns a tackle for loss.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now Burrow. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, they were advancing passing the ball. They had a couple first downs under their belt, but a big mistake there on the opening drive leads to 6 points the other direction.
And what a good read that was on his part, Brandon, because it prevents a possible scoring drive with how they were moving things along. And it gives the defense the early advantage of what's going to be a definitely entertaining battle between these units.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. From the 6. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7. The Bengals drive about to get going. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. This goes out right from Mixon. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
On one, right?
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now it's Burrow. Got a man open. It's Chase. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
On one, right?
And Burrow going to throw again. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think will they have nickel? Do they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brand, I think they were in standard nickel. Now the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick six.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. A short kick taken at the 18. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line. On one, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
A gain of a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
At the 31-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Flushed out right. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A gain there of 30 big ones.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the 1st down carry. So you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Up the middle they go. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Jameis to throw it. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. To throw, Winston. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. The Saints in a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. Now, they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the 1st round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. But just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Winston. Here's Johnson with a reception. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Winston to give. It's Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
The tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And they'll send the slot in motion left. 2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Here we go. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Pushes him over. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Now Burrow on 1st down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Play action now. Winston. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Chidobe with a pick. Keep in mind he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
2nd and 10 now, Burrow. He'll air this one out for Boyd. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They got multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Got a man, it's Chase. He completes it. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Cincinnati.
On one, right?
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
11,
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Flush to his right. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They start the second half with Kamara. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Across the line into the ball quickly there, Trey Hendrickson.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense The next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here comes the Saints punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole that closed there quickly at the end. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference in week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
But we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
Here we go.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Saints will have the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the third quarter, 2nd and 10. Making the catch, this is the tight end, Oliver. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Again, it's Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 33. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Here we go.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
The second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays the game with great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted a picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops from one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. So a design run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that coming.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of him? Being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try and take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly didn't work. Yeah, there's no doubt.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. Burrow will throw. And that's caught one more time by Boyd. To the air again, Burrow. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. It just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements. Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here we go. It's Burrow on fourth down. Airing one out for Boyd. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guy?
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, 3 completions on first and second down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
From the gun on third down is Burrow. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. So it sails out of bounds close to midfield, and they'll say actually right at midfield. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Mike Hilton, he came up nicely there and dropped him behind the line of scrimmage.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Play fake. Winston. Looking long for Thomas. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
We'll see a return here from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Just what silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Following the interception, Winston. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. There he goes, left side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that zero on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
This one winding toward a conclusion. And how would you assess how the secondary is playing?
Well, we just saw them take another shot downfield that was incomplete, correct?
Correct.
So my assessment is that if anyone's played really well in this game, it's been the secondary. That was the latest example.
Yeah, they've been solid. Really, the whole defense has been solid. Still pitching a shutout. And Burrow going to throw again.
Finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
A gain of 12. And the Bengals first down.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. First down, here's Burrow.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
To throw again on second down, Burrow. And now here's another interception. Jonathan Abram picks it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense. And certainly the signal caller, Charles, has thrown all these interceptions.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for two, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Cameron Jordan so tough to block as he gets in there to record the sack.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession.
What I never do. How you supposed to walk with me? I'm 80 steps ahead of you. My mind is on Socrates, all my bars on Rubik's Cube. Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful. I can't let this moment pass. Yeah, I know my time is now. Know my mama proud of me, and my grandma smiling down. Every time I turn it up, whole crowd be wilding out. Matter of fact, let me see your hands. Look, I saw my shot and I took it. I couldn't do it different. Couldn't afford to stop and go. I had to stay consistent. Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. Heart of a lion,
My time, here I go. I am not moving in silence. If it ain't moving, move it. We making movies, moving. I get a chance and take it. We bout to build it. They leaving it vacant. I just go harder. I am a ball that I gotta get it. I am so with it. I will go get it. That is the difference. I am not waiting. I am not faking. Everything out here, that's for the taking. My mind too right. My grind too tight. This head rhyme too nice. This my world, my life. One shot, who me? Take that, who we? One shot, movie. That's all you need. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need.
One shot for everybody.